YouTube? Aaron Robbins here with another fully beta tutorial. Today we're looking at MagicaVoxel 97.2, which just came out a few days ago. Came out with a really neat new feature, the ability to export a baked model. So the lighting and shadows are baked into the vertexes of the model itself. So let's take a look at how that works. Then we're going to open it up in Blender, and I'll show you how to actually you can see it in Blender. Okay, so we have just the Monument 1 model loaded, which you can get just off the models folder here. You can load up the Monument 1. I did add a base to it here so that I could see this shadow. And you can see with the shadow setting turned all the way down, the shadow is really crisp. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. With it turned all the way up, it becomes very soft. So set it wherever you like. I'm going to go just right in the middle here. And then to get like a lot of more secondary shadows in here, what you can do is actually turn the sun down and the sky up a little bit, and that will create more of the secondary shadows here. If you have the sun all the way up and the sky down a little bit, you can see those kind of secondary shadows fade away. So if that's not what you want, go ahead and turn the sun down and the sky up a little bit, and you will get those secondary shadows in there. Okay, so then what we are going to do is go to File, Export. And we are going to notice that you actually can't export a baked model from here. Instead, we're going to go down to the export button. Yours might be hidden like that, so click on that and you'll find the bake one right in there. So I will just hit bake, and we'll go ahead and save this probably over here. Then maybe we'll put it in here. I have a bunch in there because I was testing out all the different options that you can change in the config file for MagicaVoxel. And we'll just call this Monument. We're just going to call it Monu1 Baked, and I'm going to spell it funky like that, because, you know. So I'm going to hit Save, and then we're going to go ahead and open up Blender. And I have the just a new scene in Blender. I'm going to go ahead and hit X on this cube, and then choose Delete. Then we're going to up here to File. We're going to select Import, and we're going to go down to the Stanford .ply file. And then we will go ahead and just select the directory that we just saved that in. And which one was it? This one. And go ahead and hit import PLY. You can see that's an 11.4 meg file there, so it's a little sizable. It's going to take a second here to import. Okay, so we're in Blender, it loaded. You're like, where's the model? And it's because it's way, where is it? Way up there. So what we'll do is go ahead and deselect everything, and then right click to select our model, and we were going to go over here to the Set Origin option. And we're going to actually set, we want to select the geometry to the origin. If I did origin to geometry, it would move the translate tool up here. And since my model's way out of whack here, I'm going to go ahead and just select geometry to origin. And that will put my model back where I want it. And you're like, cool, that's awesome. There is no baked light map on this thing. And you're right. So we're going to go up here and switch to material mode, and not much improved. Even if I go ahead and select the lamp and change the lamp into like a hemisphere thing, so everything's like super bright, still no texture. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just delete the lamp, because when we bake in the lighting and the shadows, we don't need the lighting. And so I like the big reveal where it goes from black to being awesome. Okay, so let's just make sure we have our model selected. So I just right clicked on it. We're going to go over here to the Materials tab. We're going to click New. We want to create a new material. And then we're just going to come down here, and we need to enable two options. The first is that it is shadeless, and the second is that we have Vertex Color. So we'll go ahead and do that. If you expand this out a little bit, you'll see there is Vertex Paint and Vertex Light right here. You want the Vertex Color Paint option. So that one does not work, right? Vertex Color Paint. And there you go. You have your model from MagicaVoxel with a baked material on top of it. Take a look at all the wonderful lighting on that. It looks great. Hope you found that helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You got more Unity, Blender, and MagicaVoxel tutorials headed your way. Thanks again for watching.